It's election season, and we have a statewide election in a couple of days. We have races for governor, lieutenant governor, and as was just pointed out, for attorney general. And for House delegates too, lots at stake. And I want to tell you a little bit about the practice of law and the obligations of attorneys. And you know, as a lawyer, we know that people who are in court deserve representation. You know, one of the great controversies, and you know, most of us who are lawyers have had discussions with our children or spouses or friends about the ethics of representing somebody who is clearly guilty of a horrific crime. Those people are entitled to representation. You know, I as a lawyer may have no doubt in my mind that my client is guilty of this crime of which he or she is charged, but we've got a professional obligation to give them representation, to allow the court to reach the conclusion that is right given the facts of any particular case. And I have great confidence in our judicial system, the ability of our juries and judges to get it right, and when they don't get it right, for the appellate courts to step in and correct errors that may have been made at lower levels. But throughout that process, the parties have an obligation to represent their respective sides, and the courts ultimately typically get it right. I don't know the merits of this particular case in Fauquier County, but I suspect that maybe the courts got it right. But given the fact that there were divided outcomes, you know, I don't know what the facts are. I haven't read the transcripts, but I want to tell you also that as a lawyer, one of our highest obligations is to be honest before the tribunals that we appear in. And right now, we've got a candidate, former member of the House delegates, a lawyer, running for Attorney General of the Commonwealth of Virginia, who was arrested for going 116 miles per hour on Interstate 64, appeared in court. Seems, I don't know, maybe there were circumstances in that case that I'm not aware of, but apparently there were a number of other people who appeared that same day, charged with driving over 100 miles an hour, and they either got active or suspended jail time for their offenses. But this particular candidate for Attorney General, former member of the House of Delegates and licensed attorney to practice law, somehow wound up getting a community service obligation. Now, that's all good and well, and I'm sure that the court had good reasons for saying that this particular person should receive different, more favorable, less unfavorable treatment than the other people who appeared before the court on that particular occasion. But as a lawyer, you know, a lawyer appearing before a court, if we are obligated to perform a task, we're also obligated to be honest with the court about whether we've done it. Not to mislead the court, not to shade the truth, not to engage in half-truths in expressing to the court what we've done, whether we've completed the obligation that we've made. And from news reports, my understanding is that this particular person charged with this was obligated to perform community services for a nonprofit. I've got a political action committee. I think many people in here do. It ain't a charitable 501c3 nonprofit. It is not. And if I was ever charged with and an offense and obligated to provide community service to a charitable nonprofit. And I told the court that this particular organization fulfilled that obligation. And I told the court that, I violated my professional obligation of honesty to that tribunal. And if I was any other lawyer in Virginia who misrepresented a fact to a court, Senator Stewart or any of our lawyers in here, Senator from Eastern Fairfax, can explain what the Virginia State Bar would do. They take a dim view of misrepresenting facts to a court. I believe that is a breach of the rules of professional responsibility and a breach of the obligation of honesty to the court. And I think that, since we're here just a few days before an election and we're talking about public officials and campaigns, I just thought that maybe we ought to reflect upon the candidate for my friends on the other side, who is also running for Attorney General of the Commonwealth of Virginia, and his particular qualifications for the office. Thank you.
I'm sure they